They just stick with it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Grant. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
70, Indy.
That's good. Hey, watch the slam. Watch the slam. 1st and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come. Kill. Alert flare, flare. Showing it.
Blue draw Corkers.
Kill.
Now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. These two teams all tied after 1.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Fournette running out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
61, matchbox lights.
Check 59, Mike is 59, Mike the 59. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
X3, 218, chopper.
Hey, we gotta get the stop here, D.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Wait, that's 5, 20.
56, right there, 56. Watch the run.
Hey, check it. Easy. 20.
On play action, it's Brady. They've got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check, go get him, go get him, go get him.
From the gun, it's Drake. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Shotgun now for Brady. He hits Gronkowski on the out route. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. 56 to Rip. 56 is the Mike. Get the ball. Hey, check it.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
What we got? What we got? 53 win now. 56, Mike, 56. Hey, wahoo. Goes 50.
To throw again, Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Brady to throw again. This is caught. Gronkowski.
Let's go, baby.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's Brady to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. It was Quincy Williams with a tight coverage there. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Now Brady. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Grant. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Haywood. Go. Five.
Throwing on second down. Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. And they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Here we go again. 31's the mic. Hey, here we go. Check clear.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They only need a yard here. Third down and 1 after the penalty. They will run with Grant. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
4-yard loss. It's fourth down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
At the 29-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Under 10. Bombers.
Here's Minshew. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Tighten up. Hey, exit. Back.
Minshew throwing on third down. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Bucs take
We
over
play to
first
win.
and 10
Let's
at
go.
their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 31, Brady flush to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
72.
56, Mike, 56.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
You got to get the ball. Do you get the ball right here? Let's go. Rip.
From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
31's the mic. Hey, man. Watch the group.
Ready?
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Look at me. Zipper.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, Grant.
Got it.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
10-2 stop.
That's track.
Go.
31's the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 31's the mic. It's been long.
Big Griffin.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 37. And Lambo will put this one through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Brady now on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 66.
Throwing again. Brady. And this one's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
15 line.
Fournette. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. You're out. Bravo. Now.
They'll try the left side. Grant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll run with Fournette. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Jaguars first down.
Leo.
The 15-yard line.
On the run, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Look at me. Go.
Check 13. Check 13.
Go.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. For this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's go. Do it.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alabama. Easy.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Back to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Shoot!
That one looks like he'll throw here. High throw, but the catch is made. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Complete to DJ Chark. First down and goal to go.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
You go tight.
Topper!
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Come!
It's a party now.
Hey, Echo!
Check, 59.
He don't know no.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check, 59. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Check the hot read. Check 26, check 26.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check hot route. Hot.
Hey.
They go back to Grant. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go.
Their own 39-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on deep.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the play.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
what you saw.
Check 41.
We ain't giving up nothing. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A.J. Brown, 75 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mark 55! Mark 55!
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready?
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. To Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On first down, Miller. Miller with first down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Slap 54! Jam, 80 weapon! Jam!
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, pick the knife!
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, third and goal. Here's Miller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, right? Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And they'll run for it with Miller. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. Miller kept out of the end zone on 4th and goal. Okay, Coach, thank you. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C. That's where the home of the Washington Redskins resides. FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off the play fake. Winston. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Jahan, what are you? Come on, boy. Hey, Clifford. Hey, Jahan,
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Darius Geis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. That catch good for 5. It's third down. On third down, Cousins. And Tate's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. He's going to let one fly for Tate, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that
answer. That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. To the air again, it's Cousins. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. To throw is Cousins. Screen pass to Lindsey. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A third down gain of 19.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Cousins to throw it. And that is going to be incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Geis going right. And spins away. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out. Didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Throwing is Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battles.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. He was looking for Landry that time. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
A first down carry for Henry. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ballgame, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Now on second and 13, Winston. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It was Brooks Reed on the tackle.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. 1st and 10, Winston. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jameis now on 1st down. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jarvis Landry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Redskins 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Say hi! What are you? Hey, yo! Out! Where's that?
Play fake. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And he's got Booker. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
To throw, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Trying to get it to Landry there. Now, sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. Oh, he shifts past him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry running right, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Hey, Ken! Mike 51!
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Redskins send out their punter. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, receiver! Here we go, 37's the Mike. Hey, Haywood! You got blocked.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And Robinson with a big catch. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Hey, click him! Check 3. Shift!
After the penalty, it's Henry. Shrugs him off. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard second down.
Brings up second down at the 42-yard line.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 16.
6 yards. That's good for a Washington Redskins first down. 1st and 10 at the 16.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's complete to Robinson. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field, all even as we get ready to start the 4th. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Cousins. That's complete to Robinson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No 1st down.
The Redskins send out their punter as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. Geis again. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Here's Cousins. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Cousins to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's Cousins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 42. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense? And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now in this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now, as they've got it 1st and 10.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Cousins now from the 50. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's bring it.
Cousins. This is caught by Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. Wait, that.
Now Cousins. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Cowboys, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.